Hi there, I'm back doing another video. Oh boy. I feel like that's my opening thing. Like when I do YouTube videos, some people do that thing where they go, like, oh, it's so cringy. Like, oh, it's your boy or whatever. Or they, like Shane Dawson, he's like, hey, what's up, you guys? Yes. And then mine, and honestly, this is just something that it has become a habit like over the years of opening a video. I'm like, hey everyone, how do I do it? I go like, well, hello there. I'm back when I'm doing another video. I do something along the lines of that, and it's just, I guess it's a habit thing. You just kind of don't even realize you do it until you do. So I'm just having another very nostalgic night, and technically it's not night anymore. It's 1:45 in the morning, and I find that I always have these really nostalgic, kind of sad and emotional, like, session type things, like in the late night, early mornings. It's, when my brain just doesn't want to quit, and it just wants to bring back all of the old memories I've had, and it makes me feel like I'm running out of time, and like I'm missing out in life. And I think I started feeling this way. I think these weird session type things started happening like 2 or 3 years ago. I think around the time I was like 16 or 17. Just because for a really long time I was so caught up with the thought that I wasn't doing everything I should have been doing at my age. Like, when I was in high school, I never partied. I never did anything like that. I was pretty sheltered, honestly. Sometimes I think I see things. I was pretty sheltered, like, pretty much my entire life. Not in the way that my parents didn't let us do things, but they definitely, we had a really, really good life, and like really loving parents, and they were just, I don't know, we enjoyed spending time at home, and yeah, I don't know, but I think we were definitely sheltered. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but what my point is that I never did like a lot of the things that, typical high school students do, and it's all about like society and the pressure from society about what you're supposed to be doing at a certain point of your life. Like, I never had any boyfriends or anything like that. I had really big crushes, and that was it, but they never went past that. And I think I only went on like 2 or 3 dates in my entire high school years, and that started when I was like 16. So, I mean, I'm just saying that, like, I was really caught up with the fact that I had never had a boyfriend, and that I felt like I was missing out, and so I would start to have these nights where I couldn't sleep because I was thinking of like, oh, I'm missing out on so much and my life is just flying before me. It's going by so quickly and I'm not getting any like younger, you know? And I just, yeah, and now it's definitely, it definitely still has to do with like the fear of missing out aspect. Like, I definitely do um, think like, oh, I should be living my life more. I should be getting off my ass and like getting out there and experiencing more things. But it's not as much that anymore, just because like I have been a little bit more. I don't know, the word that comes to mind is experimental, and I've had quite a few experiences this past year. The year of 2017 was the year of first times for me. um, like I started partying this year. I started drinking and like dating more and just all sorts of new stuff that I've been experiencing this past year. And more so now when I have these nights of, where I can't sleep and my mind is just in overdrive, it has to do more so with just the fact that I'm so nostalgic and kind of almost longing to go back to like early high school years. Not even so much like my childhood, like going all the way back to like being, 10 and under and living in Toronto. Like, yes, I would definitely love to go back and experience that again. Those were probably the happiest years for me, was living in Toronto. And I think that's kind of why I long to move back there so much, is just because that was like my home for the longest time. So, yeah, but like I find that I'm becoming nostalgic more so about like my early years of high school. Like grade 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I actually, really do miss high school, and as much as there was horrible times then, and I dealt with really bad anxiety issues in my earlier years, like, I was so innocent and pure, and I really was happy, I think, even though I was dealing with so many new feelings, and obviously that's a part of growing up, and I'm going through, like, high school, like, it's so many changes, and crushes were like a big deal and everything like that. And yeah, I mean it is a time of that, but it's like now I'm college age. Like technically I could be halfway done my second year of college. Um most of my friends are in their second year of college, and like we're gonna be 20 soon. I just turned 19 like literally less than 2 weeks ago, but um I feel so old, and I know that's silly to say because I know I'm really young. I know it. I know I'm still basically a baby compared to like a 35-year-old or a 45-year-old. Like they always say like you are so young. But I do feel really old. Like I'm not in high school anymore, and I have a lot more responsibilities now. I have this pressure to find work and to be going to college, and I feel also a pressure like, oh, I need to find like a serious relationship soon. And of course, it's back to society's pressure of like, you should be doing this at this point in your life. And it makes me wonder if like I should be trying to follow that. Like maybe I should trying to become an au pair. I think that's how you say it. And it's a babysitter who lives in another country usually, and you can go live in Australia, you can live in somewhere in Asia, you can live anywhere and be an au pair, and you are a nanny, and you live in the house, and you take care of the children, and you teach them about like where you came from, and like your culture or whatever. And it's just a little bit different for them because they get to actually like learn about a different part of the world where you came from. And but yeah, like I've thought of doing that. I feel like I would get really homesick from my family. But I wonder if I should take the road less traveled while I still can, while I still am really young and can afford to make like mistakes and take wrong paths and be able to heal from it, because I feel like, in 5 years from now, I'm not going to be able to do that. So I wonder if I should do these kind of things, like take risks, like becoming an au pair. So I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted at this point in my life. At this point in my life, I feel kind of lost is a really good word for it. I feel really lost, actually. And I know that's pretty normal. But I don't know. I just wish I could find my place in life right now, and yeah. And it's 1:56 the next fucking day, and I'm still hungover. Well, I guess it's been 24 hours now, right? Yeah. 24 hours later, I'm still hungover. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm alone too. Like, I feel like kind of lonely lately. Even though I'm basically surrounded by people every single day, whether it be my family and my friends, I do feel lonely still. And, I don't know. I'm so lost. I don't know who I am. Honestly, I don't know who I am. So thankful that I have this YouTube platform to be able to like say my words, or what this mind is thinking, because honestly I feel like I have a very hard time communicating to a person like face to face. When I try and talk to people, it always just comes out like a big fucking jumbled mess, I feel like. I am not good at communicating, I don't think. But with YouTube, I almost feel like, because there's nobody specific that's like I'm actually having a conversation with. Like, there's nobody who is like waiting to pipe in and say what they have to say. It's all just me, and then the people who watch my videos, like, they're just forced to hear what I have to say. And they're not able to interrupt me or anything like that. I feel like that's why, honestly, I just feel very, like, thankful that I did find YouTube, because it is kind of like an outlet for me. It's almost like a diary, although I can't say as much as I say in my diary on here, because there's actual people, and unfortunately, I knew this was bound to happen at some point, but some people from my real life have found some people that I didn't necessarily want to find my YouTube channel have found my channel and have seen some of the videos, and ugh, God, I hate that. Like, I know that I wasn't always gonna be able to just have like strangers and my friends watch my videos, but you know, eventually somebody who you don't necessarily want to see all of these deep thoughts that I have, somebody's gonna find, like, that's gonna find my video or my channel and then let me know about it in real life, and that's just bound to happen, especially if you start gaining views and followers or whatever.
It's 2 o'clock.
Thank you very much for that information. Anyway, I'm rambling and I have to plug my computer in, but yeah, yeah, I'm lost and confused, and I'm happy, I guess, but sometimes I just feel downright sad as hell. But I know that everybody does it, so yeah. Just feeling nostalgic, just making a nostalgic video in the middle of the night, you know, casual. As you can see, I'm dead tired. I have like these bags under my eyes, and my eyes are like dark. My eyes are just wanting to close and just go to sleep. But yeah, I need to plug this in, and I need to stop talking because I talk too much on my YouTube channel. Probably because in real life, I can never say what I feel like I need to say. I can never like get enough words out, and so that's probably why like I'm more of a quiet person in real life. I don't know. Wait, but it's different. Like with certain people, I'm very quiet, and with others, I am very talkative. It just depends. And it doesn't even mean like how close I am to a person. No, like I can be super close to somebody and be dead quiet and just don't talk. Like, or I can be super close to somebody and just. Okay, anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for watching.